Welcome back to another episode of Prey Pursuit. Today's episode, we're going to have a special guest on. His name is Quintin Shuman, and he'll be joining us as we discuss what goes into scouting and e-scouting for backcountry bear hunting. Quintin will also be joining us on next week's hunt, so stay tuned and let's get into it. What's up, guys? Before Quintin makes it in today, I wanted to quickly run over some of my major gear items that I've been using. Down the line, I want to make a whole gear episode and review it, go over the pros and cons of everything. But for now, these are some of the main items that I will be using for my bear hunt. So starting off strong with my glassing devices, the binos. I got the Kilo 6K HD 10 by 42 millimeter binos. They're I can keep off of my chest, and overall it stays lightweight. The next important item I will be bringing is a tripod and an attachment for my binos. The bino attachment just comes off the front face of it, screws in through the top, and connects on top of the tripod to keep it steady and stable. Easier to find animals that way. A glassing scope, awesome item to have while bear hunting. It just makes spotting a little bit easier, and you have more long range field of view with that. I personally do not run one. Just honestly can't afford it at the moment, as I'm getting into all this backcountry gear and apparel. So yeah, that's always a great option. Glassing pad, that's another main thing you want during these spring bear hunts, because you want to keep your ass dry, basically, because it will definitely ruin your rest of your hunt if you have wet pants, wet undergarments, and whatnot. You want to stay warm and dry as much as possible. All right, another important item, kind of mandatory when it comes to backcountry hunting, is a backpack. I got a Mystery Ranch Beartooth 80 backpack in the coyote color, size medium. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to try it out. This is my first backcountry hunt, so all of these items I'm listing right now, majority of them haven't even been used yet, or at least by myself. So I'll be giving reviews, like I said, after the trip, and let you guys know how I think of all of these items. But my gun of choice for this trip is going to be a 30-06. It was actually hand me down from my dad from last season. We went on our first elk hunt together. So hopefully I'll be able to get the job done with this bad boy. For communication, I have a Garmin InReach Mini satellite. Um, just connects to my phone through Bluetooth, and I'm able to send messages from the backcountry, which is super nice and good feeling to know that I have some extra backup in case it's necessary. Hopefully, it's never necessary, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. All right, perfect timing here. Quentin has actually just entered the building, so we're gonna give him a warm welcome. Here we are.
Nice, man.
All right, we got Quentin here now, guys.
Hello.
How's it going today, Quentin?
Going good.
Going good. Awesome.
No, just got back from some little informational scouting trip. I don't really get out there, but that's just the road access is all messed up.
Yeah, a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing any cussing on this? Do you care? Because I low key cuss like a sailor.
I do too, and I was honestly gonna open up to the audience today about that and say I apologize from here on out, but I'm a full-time welder and my vocabulary is very out there.
Hey, I'm just an idiot who doesn't know how to control. So I apologize for the adjectives, verbs, and nouns that may or may not come out of this mouth.
Yeah, but this is your official warning from here on out. This podcast.
What is it? What's the rated? What's the explicit in the video game? Is it R? M for mature.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
There you go. Hell yeah. But so just got down I drove up there and I was like having high hopes because there's a lot of greenery right now,
Yeah.
and it's like this like public road all through private to get to the spot. And I got there and the gate to the national forest just shut off, bro.
Oh, it's such an unfortunate feeling.
Oh no, it's the worst. But got up there, got a little glass going. The chutes look good. Like there's definitely some snow on the top. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, not like as bad by the looks of it, but there's some. But ultimately, that spot's gonna be closed until May, so we're gonna hit spot number one instead. Except, I need to talk to you about that. So with spot number one, dude, we gotta. I think we should hunt that backside.
Yeah. The not where we went yesterday, but the other side.
So
Backside.
you know where we went yesterday? There was that big road, right?
Yep. Yep.
I'm keeping this as vague as
Yeah, no,
possible.
no. Please do, honestly.
So there's that big road.
Yep.
To the left, there's that vertical road.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
If you go follow that road, it kind of like J hooks back to the main highway.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
So when you hit that J hook, if you hike up, you can straight up just get up to this little perch and you're looking into like two different avalanche chutes, a few different timber cuts.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen the bridges today, dude, that snow is just getting wiped out by the rain.
Oh yeah, it's all going downhill. I was actually up skiing earlier this morning,
Yeah.
and as the rain rolled in, the snow was definitely.
Is it rainy or is it snowing up there?
At the very top it was snowing, but for
But
the good portion of it, it was
what
raining.
I'm hoping is that this greenery pops because that's my biggest thing. We didn't see a lot of green. We need to see green.
Yeah, we need that fresh vegetation for those bears.
Yeah, I mean that cheatgrass should be coming in pretty soon, especially if it is getting rain at those lower elevations.
Oh yeah,
But if we can find greenery and hunt that snow line, that's how we'll get some good stuff. But if you look right here on the Go Hunt, and this was the line that we were on yesterday, right here.
sure.
This was the road.
Yep.
You kind of see where when you first hit, you don't have private land, public land borders going, but it's all right. This kind of road, see how J hooks back?
Yep.
This chute right here is what I was talking about.
All right. I
But
like that. I like that plan.
yeah, I'm thinking we got 4 days. So honestly, I think we should hit that day one and day two. Like we get up there and hike up, set up a camp Thursday night, Friday morning, wake up, see where we're at, see where water's doing, hang out. We're gonna be close to the truck, but we start and we set up that tarp and glass starting like 11, 12, and just sit our asses there.
Yeah.
Make a move if we see anything. If not, what we'll do is we'll spend the night there, hike up in the morning that same path with the snowshoes, and from there we'll just hunt that backside in because the entire hunt area realistically is probably like 5 miles, which is nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty easy when it comes to backcountry hunting.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
It'd be a suck fest getting over that ridge, but if we have snowshoes, easy.
Hopefully that helps out a lot because yesterday it was really tough. We did a little spot and scope, little hike up the National Forest Road, and it was pretty
Snow
blown
drifts on
over.
snow
Yeah.
drifts on snow drifts. I'm sitting there with a 30-pound pack and fucking left in the dust by this dude. He had no pack on, no nothing. I'm sitting there, I'm falling through into waist deep snow, and he's like skirting on top like a fucking gazelle.
I was thinking like a feather, definitely, but
Got some little skunk action. Didn't see much except for some melt. Ultimately, there's going to be half an inch of snow on Thursday. That's what they're calling for. So that
I
could
saw
mean
that.
0 snow or that could mean 2 feet of snow,
Right.
knowing Montana.
Especially up there in the mountains.
Yeah. So we'll play it by ear. Worst comes worst, we do the J hook around into the other side, which is like an hour and a half drive. Not a huge deal, but
Sure.
it's kind of crazy. You have to go an hour and a half around all the way to get to the other side, or you can hike up. So if we have snowshoes, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's not a hard hunt. It's just locating. We're going at a pretty hard time.
Yeah.
Like this ain't no rut.
No.
This is an early season, so every bear we do see is going to be a mature bear.
And that's exactly what we're looking for. So
Maybe,
excited,
maybe.
excited to hopefully spot
I
something.
need some bear jerky in my life right now, so
Yeah.
we'll see on the pickiness side of things.
So when it comes to scouting, more specifically e-scouting, what is your go-to plan when finding a new hunt area?
So when it comes, are you talking specific? What species? Because it changes by
Okay,
species.
yeah, definitely
If you,
focus on the black bear
all
since
right,
that's what we're going
we're
for right
going,
now.
let's go in black bears.
Yeah.
So, do you know Mark Liviset, Treeline Pursuits?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yep. So I've showed you a few of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I read into a lot of his things. I really like the basis ideas of what he gives. So realistically, I'm looking for high vegetation area, high history area. Local knowledge has been huge on my like hunt area plans. I've gotten recommendations from people just being told what I've seen. So that's a huge factor. And then when I'm looking into specifics, I'm looking for a hunt area with road access, not from trucks, but like old timber roads, old timber cuts, because bears are lazy fucks.
Oh, yeah.
They like to use the roads as much as we like to use the roads. So finding those like exposed timber roads with sheet grass all along the sides of them is huge. Essentially, I'm looking for something that I would want to walk on, but at the same time, slopes that are like 15 degrees to like 30 degrees at about 6 to 7,000 foot elevation.
Something realistic, nothing too out of
Yeah,
reach.
something that like you could get out, but that kind of slope promotes the growth that they're looking for.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is all like kind of earlier season base. I'm also like later season, especially I'll be looking for fawnings.
Okay,
So
yeah.
like if I find like a bunch of mule deer with fawns or a bunch of elk with like calves, I'll start looking into that. But when you get into the elk territory, you're kind of messing with the man with the brown suit a
Yeah,
little bit. But that's just kind of like the reality of the situation. Just I just try to avoid carcasses in that case.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's
But
the risk you run hunting backcountry Montana hunts.
a little bit. I would say it depends on your area. Like
Oh, yeah,
some of the
definitely. But
areas you're not going to deal with that at all. But some of those areas I've had trail closures, I've had close calls, I've just kind of dealt with that bullshit.
yeah,
But realistically, I'm looking for something. The nice thing about bears is that they're going to walk and try to do the same things you're going to try to do.
sure.
They want to walk those timber roads. They want to munch and take a shit on something flat, not too uncomfortable. So that's kind of where my mindset is when it comes to bears. But I'm also looking into those deep, dark canyons because they will just go up there if they feel too much pressure.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to resources, what sites are you using? What's your go-to?
My go-to right now is GoHunt. I like their mapping feature, but I have a big problem with their timelines and like their recent imagery. So I have the GoHunt main subscription, like the $150 one, and then I have the OnX Elite.
Yep.
I find it's valuable in like a lot of senses of like I know how to use the mapping integration features really well. It's just a GPX file that you switch back and forth. So I'll have my main like colorways and like inventory set up in GoHunt, and I'll just send it over to OnX, and then I'll offline map both of them. But that's purely for recent imagery. I like to see what's going on there. It's once every 2 weeks,
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
so we should have an update here soon from them. But
Yeah,
that's
totally.
where I feel like it shines. 3D imagery as well. I feel like OnX has a little bit better 3D imagery than GoHunt. It actually shows like tree lines and all that a little bit more in depth. But GoHunt, I think, has a better. The terrain analysis is what really gets me going
Oh
on it.
yeah.
That terrain analysis feature is that thing's the truth.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I use resource wise, and then Google Maps, like Google Earth Pro. That's like a supplementary. I just do it all on my desktop.
Sure. Sure. Awesome. Um, when it comes to all the little tips and tricks, all the what's the word? The tools, all the tools on the mapping
Mm-hmm.
with GoHunt. A terrain analysis, is that your favorite
That
thing
is
out of all of them?
the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you read like I read biology articles from the state of Montana on like because they have the mandatory harvest, you kind
Sure.
of location wise. And if you look into that and kind of find the main terrain features of those kind of areas, it's like south, southwest, southeast facing slopes at a certain degrees. And typically time of year does help, but it's all about like plant promotion. They want to be on the highest quality vegetation, so they're going to be running near those snow lines within like 500 yards and just munching grass right now. So that's where the trade analysis really comes into play, because if you know what that mountain range is doing, like fortunately if you go up and you look, like you go scout the area, it's you'll know.
Very helpful. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you got a little Google Doc going, eh?
yeah.
Big
Got,
question guy over here.
got a lot of different pinpoints here. I'm trying to see what we haven't already discussed.
Hey man,
Um,
I'm here. I mean, I got UFC fights at 6, but that's ways away. We got
we
plenty of
got time.
time.
Hell yeah, we can't miss that fight tonight. That'll be a good one.
Oh, dude. Oh, Diego Lopez versus Volk is like has my heart twisted in a knot. I
Yeah,
love Volk, but Diego Lopez is the man.
yeah. He's doing well.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm
That's an
ready. I'm
understatement,
ready for
man.
that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited. And then Michael Chandler too, Paddy
Oh yeah,
Pimblett. That's gonna be a banger.
yeah. I can't
Dude,
wait.
when Michael Chandler goes to war, he commits war crimes.
That's funny.
Hell yeah. UFC and hunting. That's all I care about in my life.
All right, another feature on GoHunt is you actually introduced this to me, GoHunt in general.
Yeah, big shout out Go Hunt, bro.
Yeah, big shout out to
Shout
GoHunt.
out especially Paul and Lane over there. I talked to them at the Western Hunt Expo. Those are some great dudes. They genuinely care.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not, you're not another number
Oh,
for
I
sure.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I rep all their stuff.
Hell yeah.
They're good. The tools are great. Everything about it. I Onyx works very
Yeah,
well. But every time I've talked to the Onyx people, I feel like I'm a number. I
yep,
talk to the Go
yep,
Hunt people, what gear are you using? What are you doing? Where are you going? Where are
yep,
you from?
yep.
You can call them up and just talk to them about what socks do I wear? And they will talk to you about it.
Yeah,
Straight up,
no.
I've done it. I've DM'd Brady Miller. Hey, I'm going on a wolf hunt. What do you recommend sock wise? Got a response.
Hell yeah, man. And that's why we love GoHunt.
Yeah.
Personal, and they care about the hunters, and not just like Quentin is saying, like with the numbers and their profit. It's more deeper than that. Um, my favorite feature of the Go Hunt, personally, would be their shop point system. It saves you so much money. That was a big key
For me,
that Quentin
it's
showed
it's
me.
kind of dangerous because I'm like, oh, I have 15 points, so this $300 thing will be
Yeah,
$15
yeah,
less.
yeah.
Oh, dude, it gets me.
Um,
Every once in a while, I'll get enough points with the review system and all that to get like a free hat, like the one I'm wearing right now, and I'm like, yeah, free hat from Go Hunt. Let's
Definitely,
go.
yep. Responding on those reviews are huge
Yeah,
for free
absolute
points, free
absolute
money.
life hack.
Oh yeah,
Dog was going crazy.
yeah. And with Go Hunt, I think you mentioned it earlier. You haven't had any issues necessarily.
Not really. The system interfacing is a little bit different than Onyx. So like one of the features of Onyx I really like is like the two fingers and you can measure distance really
Sure,
easily. I really like
I
that.
like
So
that too.
so
Yep,
like that's one of the big downsides of not having Onyx. I personally have both Onyx and GoHunt,
yep. Same
but
here.
the basic mapping features is very similar. I just think that there's some things that Onyx does incredibly well, and I
Sure.
think there's some things that GoHunt does incredibly well. And I think if you really are serious about getting into the backcountry and really wanting to like find animals, it's worth the investment to know where to look.
Oh yeah.
Because you can spend all this money on gear. Like you can. I have. I
Yeah.
spend a shitload of money on gear. But what's important is having a tag in your pocket and knowing where to go. And that's where I
Exactly.
think like spending the money on the mapping systems is almost as important as like a backpack or like a water system or you name it.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
if I'm spending $2,000 on a rifle, I can spend $150 a year and $30 a month
easy. Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
on where to go shoot the fucking rifle.
Right. Right. It's much necessary. I will say, coming, I've mentioned it in the first episode, but coming from Wisconsin, public land was just a whole new game for me. Without these resources, I would go nowhere. Wouldn't be successful at all. Um, but yeah, they are a necessity for sure.
Public land's a puzzle piece.
Oh yeah.
You, it's almost like you're oversaturated.
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you look and there's a million spots to go, you have no basis on where to go. You kind of have to look and see what features you want. And what's fortunate is I've had a lot of help, like local knowledge wise,
Sure.
on where to look. Not as much deer and elk. Everyone's sacred about their spots. I have my spots I will not take anyone to,
Yeah.
and
As we
that's
all
just
do.
that's the thing. Like there's like sacred things. With bears, I've found a lot more people are a lot more helpful.
Really.
Whether that's not because they don't hunt bears, whether they have an elk spot that wants bear management, it's predator hunting. Like some people just don't do it, and if you do it, the community is a lot more open to it, and it's also like, oh, you kill one bear, you're saving 5 mule deer that can turn into fucking studs.
Sure. From your experience, would you say that there's more people on your side with hunting, predator hunting, bears specifically, or more people against that idea?
I mean, the people who hunt, I wouldn't say are against it. I would just say there's people that abstain from it, if that makes sense. There's
Sure. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna rag on you for predator hunting. Like coyotes, I get it. Fuck those things. Bears, you're getting close to a line. Wolves is the one where it's like
That's a big line.
you get
Yeah.
people that are like, you don't eat the meat, it's for the hide. And that's where you get a little bit more of like a backlash within the hunting community.
Yeah. Understandably.
Bears, I've gone in popularity extremely up in the past few years, whether it's Ryan Lampers or just the Go Hunt guys or like Elk Shape, all them, they
Yeah.
kind of like talk and like they bear hunt. They're like, hey, this meat's good. And it is good. I mean, good bear is great. Bad bear is like eating a piece of a fucking dumpster that's been sitting in the sun for 3 weeks. That's why I get everything like jerky from it.
Sure.
Just and also trichinosis is a thing, but that's where I kind of found the line to be. It's like bears is not very controversial. It's just not a lot of people do it and abstain from it, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yep. Is that including with the outside world, like outside of hunting?
Outside of hunting, it takes understanding.
Yeah. 100%.
Like growing up,
That's hunting in general too.
yes and no. I mean, most people won't bat an eye about killing a deer, in my experience, because you know, whitetails,
Yeah.
hunting, all that. They're like, oh, you killed a deer, oh, you killed an elk. You know the meat's good. Joe Rogan's talking about how good elk meat is.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic.
He's only helping our crowd.
Yeah.
Or helping our popularity of it, I guess.
Oh yeah, popularity for sure, which is increases understanding. So I appreciate this speaking on it, but when it comes to bears, if you explain to them, hey, this is a resource to be managed, think about if you like deer, you like the look of elk, you like moose, you would manage bears. And if you just kind of plant that understanding to people who don't get it, they kind of pick up on it fast, especially if you're like, I eat the thing.
Right.
Like,
right.
I eat it. Where the line gets drawn a lot and a lot of people don't understand is wolf, because you don't eat it.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of mixes up. Mountain lions is another one where it's like, hey, like you eat them. They're fantastic. Mountain lions, some of the best meat
That's
I've
what
ever
I've
had.
heard. Yeah. Can't say I've had
Tastes
it.
like, so one of the old archery managers at Sportsman's,
Yep.
Hank, he shot a mountain lion and dude, he like deep fried it in like beef tallow and like breaded it. It tasted like an amazing pork chop. And like, I genuinely think it's some of the best meat out there.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. Like from the little bit I tried, I've never like gotten to kill one. I've tried hunting them, spot and stock. I don't have dogs or access to dogs. That meat is so good.
Yeah. I couldn't disagree with that if I've tried it, but can't say I have, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, within the near future.
Yeah, dude, it's worth it. Back to it. Slight pause.
Yeah.
Brad didn't have the questions ready.
No, I need my script up and ready in front of me.
Hey man, we're just running a scripted podcast. We're just CIA moles.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't be tripping no more.
We'll cut that out.
No, we can't blow our cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just here to like life. What is it? What's the like society like mind control? Oh, a psyop. We're just committing
Oh,
a.
it's
We're just having a
psyop.
psyop right now.
Yeah, I was about to say AI, mind control shit.
Bro, AI is is the future, but let me tell you what it is.
It's getting a little too powerful too quick.
Not really. I mean, it's just like the GPT system. The second it hits quantum computing, we're all insignificant and obsolete.
Dude,
But
I'm pretty sure they're
they're getting it.
there.
They have two on. They have two quantum computers in at Montana State.
Yeah, see,
Crazy.
it's like yeah, it's just expanding, and it's only going to get bigger and quicker.
Oh yeah, we they'll have consciousness soon enough.
Well, until then. um,
Until then,
yeah. So when glassing, what is your normal setup? Like, what binos do you have? What spotting scope do you have? What's your setup for glassing?
um, my setup. So I'm mostly archery elk, so I invested heavily in my binos and not really as much in my spotter because I'm really only running a spotter for spring bear. I'm running the Sig Zulu HDX sixes in the 16 by 42. Those image stabilizing ones. Those things are the shit.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
love those
awesome.
things. They work great. I run that with the AZAC bino clamp.
Sure.
We had this conversation yesterday, halfway through our hell hike, going into Mordor. Basically, the only complaint I have about those is the glass quality, but that's because it's Sig. I can't use regular binos anymore, like because I use those so much.
Right.
Like the image stabilizing is absolutely insane.
It's night and day for
Oh,
sure.
it's night and day. And it's like I'm having them on a tripod in my hand, which is crazy. So I run those, the 16 by 42. I kind of want to run the 12s, but the 16s work for me right now. The only reason I'd run the 12s really is for thicker timber. But
Okay.
the country I've been kind of hunting mostly, I have a lot more room. It just like when you're in that sub 50 yards, it's a little bit harder.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm running that with that Isiac clamp, which it has the Arca Quick adapter plate. So I just pop on an Arca and I throw that on my tripod. I'm running the Slick, I think it's the 580 EZ, like EZ tripod, aluminum body. It's like 3 pounds roughly.
Wow.
It's it's definitely a heavy old girl, but it works. I didn't invest too much. I used to work over at Sportsman, so I got that for like $120.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Nice
running the
stuff.
Loophole SX2, the Alpine HD, the 20 to 60 by 60.
Sure.
Um, I've ran 85 millimeters. I've run the like small vortex ones. The 60 millimeters by far the best in my opinion for backcountry hunting, especially bears.
Yeah, and why is that?
Lighter weight, you have image clarity and an objective. I'm not looking over half a mile at something.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
only thing I would switch it is I in this past January I went to Austria, so I went to the Swirl factory.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm like hooked on trying to get a Swirl. I just being a college student,
Okay.
affording the $3,500 ATX is not really in the
Yeah.
realistic budget.
No.
So that's kind of like my glassing setup. And then I'll be running that where I'll be running binos on a wider objective for the most part. And then when it comes to like target acquisition, I'll run the spotter. But I'll do mix it up. Like if I'm getting bored looking through just my binos, I'll look like underneath specific trees and stuff with my spotter. Just kind of glassing, panning, all that. And then I'm using that Stealthy Hunter pad, the folding one,
Yep.
purely because one, that pad is comfortable as hell. I've ran the near like the Thermarest ones. I've ran like an actual REI chair before, which was just it worked great, but it was a little more weight than I wanted.
Sure.
But what I think is the biggest benefit of that Stealthy Hunter pad is the shooting rest ability out of it. Like
Yeah, definitely.
having a shooting rest and a glass pad all in one is amazing. And it's orange, which in Montana you're going to need orange on your back.
Definitely.
So that's kind of like my overall glass setup. I really want to get a nicer spotter and get that Tricer like BC, that backcountry,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
that Tricer BC with the LP head. That's kind of like my dream setup,
Gotcha.
but that's not going to be, I'm not going to get a super nice tripod without a super nice spotter.
Yeah.
That's kind
That's
of my
fair.
idea because I'm running no spotter for elk.
Yep.
So no tripod, no
Stay
spotter.
light
Yeah, I'm staying light and mobile with my archery elk hunting.
for sure.
Going back to the questions, old boy.
Going back to the questions,
Ah,
man.
yeah.
Got to keep that content up.
Hey, man, gotta get your content where you can.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You know, starting this podcast has just been a whole lot more work than you would ever think, honestly.
Oh, I get it.
Put in hours of time, and what? This is only my second episode.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it. You have to produce quality to stand out. So I definitely can see how it's going. I don't know. It's fun to be watching you build it. You and then my buddy Swift are both starting podcasts pretty much simultaneously.
Yeah, shout
So
out Swift.
shout out Swifty. Hunt Swiftly podcast. That's the handle where I'll be running co-host on that.
Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Yeah. Well, it's not up yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
For,
one I didn't know that.
no. Yeah, we were just talking with the Drifter Hydration guys about that, and they're going to be helping support that a little bit. Maybe Wilderness Athlete. We're going to go talk to them too.
Awesome.
But the podcast system, it's so interesting to like look, because I'm not the one setting all the logistics up. That's you. That's Swift. And what I've really noticed is that there's so much more little back end stuff instead of my fat ass just yapping away on the fucking microphone. But I mean, you're working hard at it. You're getting quality. You're marketing it. You're putting yourself out there. You're doing better than I can.
I mean, trying to improve every episode for sure, and just
Yeah,
get it out there.
Not only is it like a time commitment, it's a financial commitment. You have to go in.
Yeah, that is true.
Definitely.
I'm starting to learn that the hard way, but
oh yeah, it's a part of the process. But either way, it's interesting to see, and I'm really looking forward to see where you take it.
Yeah, and me too. Honestly, who knows? Like, you know, maybe this is for fun on the weekends for now, but down the line it could really grow into something.
It's just how much you put in gives you out. I don't know, like I do this shit for fun, and I'll come yap about it for a little bit, but you're putting yourselves out there. I respect it. It's highly commendable.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course.
And I appreciate you coming on, yapping with me. Because
guest number 1, baby.
Yeah, guest number 1.
Let's go.
First hunt with you too. Pretty excited. First bear hunt for myself.
Yeah, bear hunting has slowly become my second favorite hunting season. Just the mental depression of winter here.
Yeah.
And then you get out and it's green and you're looking for predators and it's good meat.
Mildly warm.
You're waking up late. You're staying in the hot tent. You're testing out gear that you bought in the off season, like a lot of good stuff in spring. And then you get real dialed in for like that fall Super Bowl season. I call September my Super Bowl just because everything I do is for September. But you also like get to validate the financial decisions you've made in the winter.
Yeah, hopefully.
Dude, I dropped like at the Western Hunt Expo, I dropped so much money.
Oh well, I'm sure seeing everything, all the new products out in front of you.
Oh, it's so hard not to. You're like, oh, that's sick. That's dope. Oh, these guys are dope. I want to support them. So it makes you feel a little bit more validated. So you're not sitting on your thumbs twiddling them until September, and then you're like, oh, does this work?
Yeah.
That, and also like for me, like workout, like my intensity of workouts really goes up in winter, so I get to see the fruits of that physical labor.
Yeah.
So
that's great too.
Yeah, I mean, summer and winter are times where I get really in shape, and then fall and spring I lose a little bit of shape.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you're kind of regaining the strength of just the knowledge of hunting by getting back into it, back in the woods.
Yeah, you know, there's something to be said.
It's a different type of strength.
You can't really, in my opinion, you can't backcountry hunt successfully unless one, you've done it so much that you like know what it's going to be like, or you over prepare in every possible aspect, whether that's e-scouting, whether that's working out, shooting your bow, shooting your rifle. There's two ways in approaching it, and I have very limited experience in the backcountry, so I went the opposite way, where I'm working out, like I'm doing a lift, I'm rucking, and I'm running, and then I shoot my bow or rifle every single day. So that's kind of where I feel like I can gain that like physical advantage because I don't have the experience to back it up yet.
Sure. Yeah.
But then again, I'm also a psychopath, so it helps.
Yeah, I'm hoping step up my game onto your level this summer, at least
I
a
don't know if
little
you
bit
want to
with.
be on. I
Yeah,
deal.
maybe not that level, but
Yeah, I'm
step below.
for context, I'm running my first ultra marathon this June.
Yeah,
36 miles in the backcountry of Wyoming.
yeah, that's
So
crazy. Good
that's
for you,
that's the type
man.
of stuff I do to think I'm because I didn't grow up hunting like you did. So I
Right.
didn't I'm just going based off of what I think would work. So I'm doing that Bighorn Ultra. I'm doing CrossFit workouts. I'm hitting bench PRs, big meathead over here,
Yeah.
keeping the diet healthy, and it's all being supplemented with game meat.
Well,
So,
that also comes from a background of doing jujitsu and
a little bit.
whatnot.
It's honestly, it's more of just my personality type.
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
pretty intensive dude where it's like I'm either 0 or 100. And like I think that's like a successful formula for backcountry hunting
Yeah.
because if like I don't fly fish,
Sure.
I don't go out to the bars that much. I live a sad, boring life, but that's because when September rolls around, I'm gonna get it done
Yeah.
no matter what.
You're the one
So
walking out with the horns at the end of the day.
yeah, and I've only been hunting since I was 18. So I'm 21 now. So I'm about to go into year 3 of hunting ever. Year 4. And I've killed an elk every year and I've killed a deer every year
Oh yeah.
out here on public land.
And that's why the hard work is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bragging thing. It just the reason I kind of think I get it done is purely because of the intensity and how much I commit to it. Like this is my life.
Oh
Like
yeah.
my conversations with people are this.
Yeah.
My things I buy are this.
Right.
People have cars, people have hobbies, people have passions. I've done a lot just to sacrifice for this kind of stuff. And
Oh yeah.
I've sacrificed relationships
Yeah.
just
100%.
because,
Yeah.
this
Understandable. It takes up a lot.
yeah, I mean,
Especially if you're dedicating so much towards it, you can only,
yeah,
it's all about management.
yeah, I mean, if I had dedicated myself to my relationships the same way I've done this, I wouldn't be single. But here we are, and I got elk on the wall and no girlfriend to show.
Get some meat in the freezer though.
Hey,
At least
I
you're eating.
yeah, dude, game meat is life. I can't eat
Yeah.
beef anymore. I can't eat chicken. It is deer and elk.
Yeah.
Deer and elk and Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
That's the rules to live by.
Hell yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite type of pizza, dude? Like
Favorite
Domino's?
pizza? No, Red Tractor Pizza, the carnivore pizza with the garlic aioli.
Oh, that's actually so
Yeah,
good,
it's
dude.
so good. Yeah.
100%.
If you're ever in Bozeman, Red Tractor Pizza with the garlic aioli and carnivore, it is the
Try it
best
out.
pizza.
It's super
That
good.
and like the Midas Crush.
Honestly, you can't really go wrong at Red Tractor. They have some good.
They have some fire pizza. I'm a big Red Tractor guy.
Yeah.
Domino's is just like $20 for the medium. And
Yeah.
if I really don't feel like cooking, I'll throw that down. But I enjoy cooking game meat too. And I enjoy sharing game meat. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, dude.
Like
And I
sharing with your
appreciate that after
sharing
this
with your
rough
friends
season.
and your family. There's no better feeling than like so I went back home to California this past winter break or Thanksgiving and I cooked up back straps off the bull I killed this year. And the fact is, most of my friends, they go to Berkeley, they go to UCSB, they go to these places where hunting's not a thought.
Yeah.
And I can bring back that piece of meat and I just see they're like, oh my God, like their face is like kind of like, whoa, this is actually really good. And that feeling is priceless to me.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think every hunter really that at least the ones that are in it for the same reasons, they really enjoy
Yeah, I
just
mean,
sharing
it's
it with anyone.
the
Really.
fruits of your labor are better shared than,
Mhm.
and like I 100% live by that. So like, I love talking to people about hunting. I love giving recommendations and advice to people about hunting. I give them the full preference, like, hey, I haven't been doing this long. This is just my life. I can tell you what you want to know. But when it comes to like sharing the fruits of my labor, it's like, hey, yeah, you want some antelope? Hell yeah. You want some brats? Yeah, I got you. You want
Yeah.
burger? Done.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to that UFC tonight and I'm sharing with like someone who I consider like family, like very close family friend, like brother like.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing with him and his girlfriend brats. And I cooked them for them last time and to hear them, like people who I value highly in my life and their opinions matter to me, say like, this is amazing. That's priceless.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know. I had a little barbecue last year when what was it? It was like end of ski season. Had some old coworkers over and a bunch of friends. Grilled up a bunch of venison steaks, and I had people coming up to me that aren't even for hunting necessarily, and they're like, "Okay,
It's pretty
now
good.
this is yeah, now this is
That's
next
why you
level,"
do
you
it.
know?
I mean,
Exactly.
it's in a society where we eat shit, you're eating something that will make you feel good and help you perform good.
Yeah, you know exactly where it comes from too.
Mm-hmm. Farm to table.
Oh yeah,
Or not even farm to table, mountain to table.
yeah, even better.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's see. What's your questions? Let's see this list of questions. For those I know you can't see, but Brad's got like this whole ass document just lined with
It's
questions.
not even
He's all
questions
prepared
though.
and shit, and
They're
I'm
just
here just
like
like spitting off the cuff.
yeah, there's like some bullet points that I thought would be important to
Oh,
cover. But honestly, like so far,
for
we've
someone
covered
that's
most of it.
there you go. For someone that's not in school, you got some work going, buddy.
Well, I gotta keep myself busy somehow. It's either this or go to the bar. So
Go this or go to the bar. What a dichotomy. You know, I should put myself out there socially a little bit more, but I don't know. I like to spend my nights fletching arrows. Like I did that the other night and it was
yeah,
sick.
yeah, and your arrows were flying too.
Oh yeah, I
Nice
wasn't even
day.
fletching my own arrows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Someone
was fletching
else's?
my homies
Oh
and
yeah.
she was like, "Hey, can you fletch these for me?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I spent like 2 hours at midnight fletching arrows, listening to Limp Bizkit and
Dude,
just
that's a
going.
great night
It
right
was a
there.
great night. I didn't even I like had a whiskey soda, just like a little Jack and a little seltzer water, just keeping it light. I'm trying to lose some weight for my ultra. I'm at like 175 right now. I need to get to like 170. But I'm I was like doing that, listening to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
Through
enjoying yourself.
I find pride in like little menial tasks like that, like getting it done, just
Yeah,
like helping this person who's starting their journey into archery very much.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I can tell obviously, else I wouldn't be here where I'm at right now.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that. There you go.
Yeah.
Brad,
So
I'll take over. Brad, tell us about your archery journey.
archery journey. All right. So
A little off the spring bear topic. Who knows?
yeah,
Maybe we go bill hunt bears. That's what I did all last year.
that would be awesome. I need my
It's
confidence up a
hard.
little bit
It's
though.
hard, my man.
Yeah, well, I bet. I mean, you got to find the bears first, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I started shooting a bow. Fuck, when was that? January, I believe, like
January. Yep.
mid-January. I bought my first bow.
The boys over at Big Sky Archery Bowsman hooked it up.
Yeah, I got a Hoyt. Before you guys start asking me what type of bow I got,
Dude,
Hoyt all the way.
Hoyt's all the way, my
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Big Hoyt guys over here.
yeah. And what is it? Hoyt Access, I think.
No, it's the Alpha X2.
Alpha X.
No, not
Oh,
the Alpha X2. You have the Alpha X. You have last year's
yeah,
bow.
yeah. Last year's version. But I love that thing. I mean, it shoots great. I had a bear,
Like
back
a
when I was younger in Wisconsin for a little tree donkey bow for tree hunting out in Wisconsin. But now it's like, you know, you trade in the smaller car. What am I trying to say? You trade in the SUV for a truck type of thing. Just
yeah.
a total upgrade, total different.
It's it's uh it's one of those things where if you put money into it, the money it makes sense.
Yeah, it
Kind of
shows.
thing. It
Yeah,
shows. You can get really nitty gritty, but like full bow setup from a bear to like I'm not gonna ditch on bears. Like bears will work,
yeah.
but the quality you get out of like a Hoyt or Matthews or PSE
Hmm.
is just incredible. And it's very much felt with the draw cycle, the way it shoots, the way it tunes.
Yeah,
It's the move for sure.
yeah. And so Quentin and the guys over at Big Sky Archery, shout out to them as well. Um, they helped me get set up and dialed in. Quentin taught me how to move my pins, sighted in myself, and since then I've just been shooting as much as I can. Honestly, get
Yeah,
them.
you should be ready by elk season.
Yeah, that's a
You
goal.
just gotta build some arrows
Yeah,
and really work on your poundage. But
yeah.
at the same time, I'm going hunting with someone that's shooting 50 pounds at a 23 and a half draw length, shooting 20 like 350 grain arrows. So I
Oh
think you'll be
man.
fine.
Yeah,
You'll be
I
all right.
mean, at least I got the upper
Fixed
hand on
blade
that one.
broadheads are like must at that weight.
Yeah.
You need a fixed blade broadhead, and you need to be close.
Yeah.
You need to be able to smell the fucker's piss.
What are you hunting with, or who's hunting? Not who, but what is that person hunting? Species wise.
Elk.
Elk.
Yeah, archery elk.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's a badass. She's killed more elk with a bow than I have.
Damn. How close does she get for these shots?
Like 25 yards.
That's nuts.
I've
Yeah,
never killed an elk with my bow. It's only been rifled. That's my big goal for the year. I can't retire my bow until I got that.
Oh yeah. I mean, fuck, that's like, at least for most guys around here, that's everyone's dream.
Oh, it's the dream.
Archery hunting.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some close calls, close encounters. I've fucked up a few times. This year,
You gotta learn.
Yeah, I have my school schedule set up where I only have class Tuesday, Thursdays.
Hell yeah.
So I'll be hunting Friday through Monday, getting back Monday night, doing school Tuesday through Thursday, and then going back out. So I'm doing like a 3 days on, 4 days hunting kind of schedule.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
That's the sacrifice I make for hunting.
Yeah. All right.
So I get, if you think about it, 6 weeks of archery, 6 weeks of rifle. I have that scheduled for 12 weeks. You do the math. I have like 50 days in the field. And then you also have to consider I might skip school a few times.
Right.
So I'm going to be at about like 60 to 70 days in the field with this year.
That's not bad at all being a full-time student.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
Very fortunate. I'm very lucky to be in the family I'm in. I'm very lucky to have the opportunities I have and to be able to spend that time in that way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not easy though. Like you said, you definitely have to give
yeah,
a lot up for.
Oh, 100%.
For it, yeah.
All right.
Well,
any other last?
I was gonna say I don't see any more questions.
Yeah, you got you ran out of script. We've been fucking going for about 40 something minutes.
Yeah, for just short of 45.
See what time it is?
That's
it's
great.
5:36. I got about like 5 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
Let's get on some topics. What's your episode plan?
What plan?
Your plan for what you're doing episode wise.
Oh, episode wise, I got a few ideas cooking.
Got a few in the chamber.
Yeah, definitely. My next episode, most likely, is going to be the bear hunt. Basically, next weekend we got opener on Friday, going out Thursday night, like Quintin said.
Thursday night, baby, it's gonna be snowing and fun.
Yeah, and if we're going, similar location to where we were yesterday, I got on and off service, and probably we'll try to give you guys updates along as we go on my Instagram. So,
are you gonna do a gear dump before that?
I kind of did a mini gear dump today, not a huge one.
You should talk about your food. We're going grocery shopping.
Yeah, I gotta learn about my food.
Yeah,
first.
We gotta be domesticated up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Our goal is about 1.4 to 1.7 pounds of food per day.
Sweet, sounds good to me. My first time, so
yeah, about we'll do some math. Say it's 1.5 on average. 1.5 times 4 is that 6 pounds of food.
Yeah,
6 pounds of food, water, gear. We're gonna be sitting pretty around like 50, 60 pounds per pack.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Like, I can't even explain it.
Are you gonna do?
Thinking about this for like months now, and it's finally coming.
Dude,
within a week.
Yeah, this is like the playoffs.
Yeah.
Super Bowl still elk season.
Yeah, for sure.
Bear hunting's number 2. We can't be. I know people call them big, noisy frat boys, but you cannot beat an elk screaming in your face while you're shaking there like a leaf.
And I mean, this might be kind of biased, but I'll take it over turkey any day.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I respect turkey hunting. I understand turkey hunting.
Yeah.
I'm not a turkey hunter. I've killed turkeys. I don't like. I know I probably cooked it wrong, but I don't really like the meat. Goblin's all right. Like, it's cool. I'm just not a bird guy. I'd just rather go hunt bears.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I kill a bear in the first weekend, I'll go hunt turkeys.
The only bird that I truly love to hunt are mallards. Honestly,
I'm not a bird guy in general.
Yeah,
I'm not into birds. I'll shoot a grouse to like feed myself at elk camp, but they don't get me going. Sheds don't get me going. Bears,
sheds at all. Like, even just
if I find one, I'll be stoked. I'm like, that's cool, but I'm not going shed hunting.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's just
if
that's just
I pick one up, I'll
glorified
be like, okay, cool. If I pick one
glorified
up, I'll be
hiking.
like, okay, cool. This
Yeah,
is sick. I'm gonna throw this in my living room, or
exactly.
I'm gonna throw this in my room,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not like as much of a trophy
No,
as going out killing an
to
animal.
me, all I think about every single day are bears, bulls, and bucks,
Hell
and
yeah.
goats.
Oh, goats for
Love me a
sure.
good speed goat hunt. I'm excited for Tuesday. Draw results come out for deer and elk.
Yeah, and that speaking of episode ideas, that's another episode I'll be doing is
California draws
on
also
draws.
opens up. I gotta apply for my elk tag. Gonna get my deer tag. Think I'm gonna do like a blacktail hunt this year in July. Luckily, yeah, California's pretty like it's super shitty to hunt, but it's cool to hunt at the same time because you can hunt July 15th.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I get about a month ahead to just kind of work out the kinks in my archery gear.
Yeah.
So I'll be up there. I'm gonna maybe go with like Eric or
Oh,
with
nice.
Swift.
Nice.
We'll see. I don't. I might just hit it myself. Make it like a pig deer hunt.
Do you have to draw for that?
No, they're over OTC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
just a
wouldn't have
hard
guessed,
hunt. It's a
honestly.
really hard hunt,
Yeah.
but it's fun. Work out the gear. Work out living like being in a really dry environment. So it kind of teaches you a lot about early season kind of hunting.
Yeah. Have you
Um,
hunted back home much?
yeah, I go. So I'm from Central Coast, California, and I have access to Northern California very easily, which is like blacktail country. There's Roosevelts. I've never pulled a Roosevelt tag. I probably never will, but there's like that access to that kind of country in like Northern California, which is great. And then I could also go into like the Central Valley, like past Robles, and go hunt
Sure.
pigs. And that's honestly what I like to do when I'm home the most is pig hunt. They're
Yeah.
fun with a bow. They can be challenging, but they're good, and you can get them to taste real good.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
That's something I want to try down the line for sure.
they're not like Southern pigs. Like you're not sitting in a feeder and watching like 50 come in.
Oh, really?
They're pretty like you
Totally
can
different.
find packs for sure, but they're like a lot more like spooky. They're harder to find. It's an actual hunt.
Yeah. And
So
not so much of a.
mhm.
That's the difference again
It's
between
not a harvest
the
out there.
Wisconsin and Montana just sitting around watching them come in,
Yeah, exactly.
going out and finding them.
Yeah, no, you actually have to go look.
Sure. Nice. Well,
Yeah,
it was awesome talking to you
yeah,
with you
man.
today.
No, it's fun bullshit. I'm excited to see where the journey goes.
Yeah. And stay tuned, guys. Like I said, next week our bear hunt will be coming up. I'll let you guys know when the episode comes out for that. Still working out the kinks with all this podcasting, so thanks for staying with it and thanks for listening ultimately.
Yeah, for sure. Listen to the intro episode that he posted. Take a peek at that. Look out for the Hunt Swiftly podcast too. Shout out Swift.
Yeah, shout out to everyone,
Shout out to
honestly.
everyone, dude.
All the hunters of Bozeman.
The Hunters of Bozeman is a crazy statement. But
Well, most of them.
hey, no matter where this podcast goes, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to follow along.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
See ya.
Later.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. There's a lot to come, so be sure to follow along on both Spotify and Instagram at Prey Pursuit. I can't wait to get into it more and talk with you guys later.